The death of streaming. Lock in.
I know this is a topic I've blabbered about quite a bit, but it's something that only continues to spiral more and more out of control. Advertisements during streams. Twitch being the most...
Bro, it has gotten... Have you been watching a stream recently where, like, instead of it being a mid-roll, you'll still get the mid-rolls, but you'll also get, like, a weird... It'll tab out like this and play an ad on the side of your screen. It's been 5 seconds. Well, I want to talk about it. I was watching, I think it was Kai, and it, like, didn't give me a mid-roll right now. Do you guys get those on my channel? I don't even have mid-rolls set up. I don't know if that counts as a pop-up ad. I only have pre-rolls. See, and I feel like some streamers don't do pre-rolls but do mid-rolls. I only do pre-rolls. You watch one ad, and then you just watch the whole stream ad-free. You should, outside of, like, little pop-ups. But I don't run mid-roll ads where, like, it'll just cut the stream off and then roll, like, a BK ad.
Egregious culprit. I think out of pretty much every service that exists, Twitch's advertisement model is the worst. Actually, you know what?
Well, it's so hard to not have people hate the company because any other platform, when you run an ad, I've said this before, you're just picking up where you left off, you know? Like, even if you had, like, if you have Hulu with ads, right? Like, you have the cheaper version of Hulu, you're getting 5-minute mid-rolls, but then you just can lock back in. This, like, if it would just cut, it would hard cut, and then you wouldn't know what I said by the time you got back. We would just be on a different topic.
Let's strike that from the record. I take that back. Put the poop back in my butt. I'm not giving that crown to Twitch because I think mainstream media outlets are so much worse with their advertisements. I don't know how many of you have gone on the internet with the condom off, no ad blocker. It is miserable when you go to any news site. Like, tabloids are the worst, like Daily...
No, the worst, bro. The worst is when they hit you with a pop-up that's like, please disable ad blocker. And have you ever done it? And then there's, like, say this is the article you're reading. There will be, like, 5 ads, just rapid spamming animations, like, all over the screen. You're like, I can't even focus. Like, I couldn't imagine having, like, ADHD or just some sort of, like, attention issue where it's like, now it's just being pulled away constantly. It's just so stimulating.
Emails, obviously, the Sun, shit like that. You will not even see your article. There'll be, like, 4 auto-playing ads everywhere. Fucking cerebral jacking in, like, Ford advertisements. Like,
I will say, though, I feel like our generation, tell me if I'm wrong when I say this, if I'm watching, like, cable TV and mid-rolls come on, my brain shuts off. Like, I couldn't, if you ran 5 minutes of mid-rolls and I watched them, and then 10 minutes after you were like, name 3 ads you saw, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, there was like a horse in one. I'd be able to, like, maybe roughly tell you, like, a thing that was in the ad, but not what it was for.
Article is just encapsulated, entombed in so many ads. So I actually think journalism sites are much worse, but Twitch is a close second. Anyway, the reason why I'm yapping about this again is because a report was recently published about how Twitch viewership is down significantly, the lowest level it's been in 5 years since their bot crackdown, which I've already touched on, but a lot of people have been speculating that it's more than just the bots contributing to the decline in viewership. XQC's take recent...
Bro, it really is. It's the platform, bro, and people blame Twitch, but it's the streamers. It's 70-30. You know what I mean? If Twitch viewership's down because of view bots getting cracked down, that's not Twitch viewership really being down. Those were just fake numbers that got deleted. But when Twitch viewership actually tanks, not from, like, the school year starting up, not from any of this other stuff starting up, from people literally just being spammed with ads, it's like now no one wants to watch you because they know that 5 minutes into your stream, they're going to get hit with 5 minutes of ads. And they can turn that down. There's a sliding scale. Like, on Twitch's dashboard, you can pick how much you want to show people. And you can also auto hit the button to spam them. So it's like, it's not like, oh, it's out of my hands. Like, maybe to a point where it's like if you're running the least amount of ads, but not in the sense of like, oh, it's not my choice to run 5-minute mid-rolls every 5 minute, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, you're only able to watch 10 minutes of the stream every hour? Oh, shit.
Just kind of popped off and has reopened this discussion to a broader audience, and it's a really interesting one. He and many others believe that a lot of people are tuning out of Twitch because the ads ruin the experience. What's going on Twitch right now is...
I will say I kind of agree. I think people will be willing to watch streamers. Well, here's the problem. It's like a cyclical loop of money farming. Because if you don't want to, like, say you're a big fan of Kai, and Kai runs a lot of ads. Now, you either sit through those ads and he makes money, or you make the financial decision to spend $6 on a sub and then not have to watch ads. Either way, he and Twitch are profiting. The only way they don't is if you stop watching him or stop watching Twitch in general or get an ad blocker. It depends on the ad blocker and if it works. I don't know if it's just me. I've never tried an ad blocker on Twitch, by the way. I've never found one that works.
It is often being compared to...
One of my friends was raving to me. I'm saying one of my friends. It was Chris. Chris was like, you need to get Twitch Turbo. No, I'm not getting Twitch Turbo. I'm just going to sub to the streamers that I want to watch. Does that make sense? Like, I'm never sitting down. I'm not getting Twitch Turbo so I can tune into the Kai Cenat stream for 3 minutes. Because that's all I do. Like, I don't watch Kai. I don't watch, like, these huge streamers that spam run ads. I just, like, pop in, see what they're doing, and leave. You know? If I'm watching streamers, like I'm watching Sneak or Zeusy or Queso, right? Or even, like, fucking Jinxie. Like, I'll just sub.
Television. How... TV started to decline.
JC runs so many ads. Bro, I kind of get it when it's like your only platform is Twitch, but I'm like, damn, man. I wonder how many more viewers they'd have if they didn't run ads.
Once streaming got a foothold because most people switched from TV to streaming because they were fed up with all of the ad breaks interrupting them. It was far more convenient and a lot more enjoyable to just watch what you want to watch without any interruptions. But of course, that opened up its own can of worms with how many streaming services are popping up like fucking weeds across the globe. It is a goddamn pandemic. But
I've been saying, bro, just chop out Paramount. Paramount's spending so much money. I've almost gotten to the point where I'm like, damn, should I get a Paramount subscription? Like, seriously. Paramount has bought so many shows and movies and stuff. It's like they're like spending. But it's just not worth to have, like, 5 streaming services. Realistically, I think how many streaming services does your family subscribe to? Not just you, but, like, your direct family. Like, parents or siblings. I feel like the average person is 3. Like, everybody has Netflix. If you count Amazon Prime, most people have Amazon Prime. And then you're having, like, HBO or Hulu. Maybe you have, like, Peacock or Paramount or something. Disney Plus and Hulu are becoming, like, one in the same, though.
The point is, ads made people want to switch from that service, television, to something that had less ads. And in the streaming space, right now we're seeing that with Twitch mainly, but not just exclusively to Twitch, YouTube. YouTube ads have...
Oh my God! Oh my God! No, it's so bad! Chat, it's so bad. I gotta show you. It is so bad. I have to manually cut out so many ads out of my videos. It is, and some people, like, rarely I'll have somebody in my comments be like, bro, you be doing too many ads. Bro, I do not. This is a 3-hour video. Hold up. I'm showing you guys. This is a 3-hour video, okay, that I'm going to show you. 3 hour, 8 minutes. It's not uploaded. It's me playing Mario Party. So this is how many ads in 3 hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 ads in 3 hours. And you're not going to see 8 of them if you watch the whole video. This is what I did. This is what YouTube did. That's what I cut out. That's what YouTube wanted me to do. That's what I did. That's what YouTube wanted me to do. That's what I did. It's worse. The longer the video, the worse it is. It is so bad. They want to run an ad every 3 minutes. This is what I did for, this is even a little much for me. I will say this is like high amounts of ads for me. This is a 4-hour Mafia VOD. It's not uploaded. I'm going to upload it when I'm on my break. This is how many ads I have. It's probably like 20 in 4 hours. Like I cut out, I leave one, I cut out 2. I leave one, I cut out 2. And then even on main channel videos, it'll be like a 30-minute vid, and they will put like 15 ad markers in an individual video. Like this is the video that I'm uploading today. It also got copyrighted. So I'm probably not going to make much money from it. But it's like, this is copyright sharing. This is what I have. It's a 58-minute video. So I have an ad running. I don't have an ad after the first bit for 9 minutes. This is what they wanted. So it's not that much more, but they added, like, I chopped out every other one. It's crazy, dude. And they'll let you put as many as you want, as long as it's not an interrupted part. Like, I could run an ad on YouTube every 30 seconds.
Recently been fucking exploding. Like, there are so many more ads now that users are noticing during streams, though it can't hold.
And it's not even like I write it in my to-do list to do ad placements on my YouTube videos to cut them out. Because I recognize, like, yes, this is my job. Yes, I want to make money. I make good money already. Like, I want to have it be a watchable experience, right? So if I put an ad, say it's a 30-minute video, I'm probably going to put five mid-roll ads or 4. So you're going to get one every 5 minutes. Realistically, you're probably going to get 3 mid-roll ads that are like 10 to 30 seconds in a half-hour video. Which is still, like, I get that. That could be a lot. But it's like, you know, I think that's a fairly reasonable amount of ads. And they used to just put that, right? Like 2 years ago, because I've been doing YouTube since 2021 now. Like, consistently. Like, late 21. I noticed that old YouTube would have put, like, 5 or 6 ad placements. Now they put, like, 12. I just don't know. And they say that it's a better system, but I just don't get it.
Candle to Twitch, where the standard affair on Twitch, if you don't have an ad blocker or if you're not subscribed to the streamer you want to check out, is you go on Twitch, you go to a category, you click on a stream, you sit through like a 2-minute pre-roll ad before you ever even...
Is it a 2-minute pre-roll? I feel like it's... How long is the pre-roll you guys might get? I feel like it's 30 seconds for me, usually.
See the content. You see, like, in the top right, the countdown for how many more minutes of ads you have to sit through before getting to the content you wanted to watch in the first place. And you say, it's not worth it, and you exit out of that person's stream and then just go to someone that you're subscribed to, or you just go somewhere else. Like, I will say the amount of times that I have been mildly invested into a streamer's stream. Like, for example, Jinxie I've just subscribed to in the past. So if I'm, like, getting... Then I'll just sub and I won't get ads. But other streamers, I've been mildly interested in their stream, and then they hit me with a mid-roll, and I just leave. Even if you really like that person. That's what I think the biggest issue is. Like, a lot of people sit there and go, like, oh, if they're a fan of me, they'll watch through it. And I could get that to a degree. But at some point, like, I remember there was one time I was watching a streamer. 15 minutes into the stream, I get hit with, like, a 3-minute mid-roll, and I sit through it. And then I was watching again, and it was like another 15 minutes, and then I got hit with another one, and I just went, I'm done watching this. And I just leave. And I've been at this point for a while, where if there's a pre-roll that plays, I just leave. And on my streams,
He leaves if there's a pre-roll? I don't know if I'll leave if there's a pre-roll. Okay, I will say, have you ever gone on Twitch? I don't know if other people do this. I don't really watch Twitch streams as much as YouTube. But I'll go on Twitch and see what people are doing and just, like, bounce around, right? So, like, I'll go on Twitch, and I'll just start clicking on people that I follow. And if I get hit with a pre-roll, then I'll just tab out.
Are pre-rolls, not because I put them there, it's because Twitch has it as an automated process. If you don't run at least, like, 3 minutes of ad breaks, 3 minutes worth of ads for every hour that you stream, Twitch puts pre-rolls there. You earn your good boy points through ad breaks on Twitch, And if you reach a certain threshold, they get rid of the pre-rolls.
I still think that pre-rolls, I kind of want to disagree with Charlie here. I think that if you are trying to run the least amount of ads as possible, you should run pre-rolls and not run mid-rolls. You know what I mean?
What benevolent saints. For me, though, I don't do the 3-minute ad break. I do the literal lowest level possible. I'll show you exactly what it looks like.
Oh my God, yeah, this is it. I'm telling you, 90% of the top 100 streamers just crank this purple bar to the fucking max. Automatic. They'll probably add manual breaks too. Just rip it. Straight 5 minutes of ads.
To clear up a lot of confusion I'm seeing.
10 minutes of ads an hour.
Because now a lot of people are saying, Twitch is blameless. Actually, we need to all point our fingers at the stream.
I ran mid-rolls one time when they had a bonus. When they added mid-rolls to Twitch, they had mid-rolls where you could just hit the button. They added an ad manager, and it was like this bonus they had where they would give streamers more money if you ran a certain amount of ads. And I tried it, and bro, it immediately ruined the vibe of my stream. Because when you have it automatically do ads, you can't choose when the ad is ran. So imagine I would just be mid-rant to you guys, and then you would just be, BK, have it your way. And it would just cut to an ad. Like hardcore. I think having the manual ads, it makes sense. Because it's like if I run to the bathroom, I could just hit it. But if I'm mid-rant, and then you get hit with an ad.
They're the ones that are running 30 minutes of ads per every hour they stream. They're the ones that are greedy and putting the pre-roll ads there. And you're half right. There are streamers that do put the maximum amount of ads per hour possible and just force their viewers to just fucking take the punishment, take the belt to the cheeks. That's brutal. It does get rid of the pre-rolls, but that shit sucks. The pre-rolls are something that Twitch does, not the streamer. So.
Bro, like, I would be an anxious viewer of Kai. I'm using Kai as an example because he's just one. It'd be like Jinxie, too. Like, I love Jinxie. Bro, they run so many ads. I feel like I'd be, like, invested in the game, and then I'd just get hit with a 3-minute timer, and I'd be like, just fucking full panic. Like, imagine you're watching a tournament. And it's the last round. And then you get hit with a 3-minute ad on the last round of the last match of a tournament. And you're just like, fuck. Now I can't watch it. Or you see it in the corner, muted. It's where my face cam is. The whole stream is condensed to this. And the ad's playing everywhere else.
As you can see here, streamers like you have to run up to 3 minutes of...
So you're sitting like this close to the camera. You're just like, did he get the kill?
ads per hour. In the past month, streamers like you who are based in US, have 6K concurrent viewers, stream gaming, whatever, have to run 3 minutes of ads per hour. So they're trying to push that, and if you don't, then you get the pre-rolls. So I have it set to 30 seconds of ads per hour that I stream, the actual lowest it can possibly go. And because of that...
Bro, and it's so fucked because growing streamers can't run ads. Because they'll lose viewers. Like my boy Chris, he doesn't really run ads because when you're like sub 100 viewers, your whole like goal is gaining an audience. And running ads inherently loses viewers. So if you just spam run ads all the time and you're a 50 viewer streamer, 100 viewer streamer, you're just going to lose 20 people, like off rip. And then even then, the ads don't really make much money until you have, 500 people watching you.
I have pre-rolls that Twitch shoehorns in there. But this can go all the way up to 22
minutes an hour. Oh my God. That's unbearable. That is unbearable. I thought it was 10 minutes an hour, 22 minutes an hour. Bro, that's more than a third of the time you're watching is fucking ad space. That's so bad. Who would watch that?
2 minutes and 30 seconds worth of ads per hour.
1/3? More than a third.
Or that you stream. And I think they're...
Bro, that's the money button for those guys, though. Oh, my God. Wow. Yeah, okay, so Charlie right now runs a 30-second break every hour. They run a 3-minute ad break every 8 minutes. Oh, my God. That's torture. You get watching 3 minutes of ads, you get 8 minutes of stimulation, and then back to the ad hell. Do you think you probably don't get every one, though, right? I would assume it's similar to YouTube, where there's like a percentage chance. Like, there's no way that every 3-minute ad break you have to watch. It's probably like a third of the viewers.
30 seconds worth of ads per hour that you stream. And I think there are streamers that...
Oh, I would make so much more money. I would just never, I would feel like such a, dude, I would feel like I'm like a crypto scammer. I would feel like if I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, every 8 minutes you have to watch 3 minutes of ads. Oh, I'd be printing money. But like, why would I do that?
Do that. They just fucking
do it. I can't preface this enough. Like, I'm in a situation where my base revenue is from YouTube. Most of my streams, I don't make most of my money on Twitch. I do Twitch for the purpose of having a live audience and then being able to make that content better, right? And then I put that on YouTube. I get it for streamers that are just here for streaming, but like, bro, there's people that are like hardcore big on YouTube and big on stream, and they'll still run 22 minutes of ads.
Have it go Insano style, turbo mode, off the charts ads out the wazoo here for it. And that is entirely on the streamers. That is not Twitch's fault. I do think that ruins streaming. Streamers that do that and try and like normalize that level of ads. That shit is diabolical. But as for the pre-rolls,
No, you know what the biggest diabolical thing you can do? Twitch, I don't know any streamers that have this. You guys would have to let me know. Twitch has a setting where you can still run mid-rolls to subs. That is bad. That is insane. That if you can turn off ads. Like on default, if you sub, you don't get ads. That's kind of like how Twitch works, right? That's like one of the perks. You could turn that off. You can make it so you still sub. And why would anybody do that? Like, yeah, there's other perks, but a big perk is like, now I don't get, for me, because it'd be like, you just watch pre-rolls. Like, when people sub to me, it's just because they really want to sub. They get the sub badge, emotes, and then like, you don't you don't get mid or pre-rolls. But for like an average streamer, you sub so you don't get mid-rolls. So I don't understand why you would ever remove that.
Is on Twitch, and I think
it's the 2x Bart bucks. That's a big selling point for the sub.
That is a terrible, terrible practice.
Ludwig does that? I don't think Ludwig does that. I'm calling cap on you. There's no shot that Ludwig gives mid-roll ads to subs.
That is the antithesis to what streaming is supposed to be, where it is just a live flow of content and you click on things that seem interesting or streamers that you might be interested in watching, and no one wants to sit through.
He probably does. No, dude, that's like, Ludwig's like the most wholesome guy I know. That is like, that is the biggest robber baron thing to do. Like Andrew Carnegie Steel era, I'm going to work my workers 15 hours a day for less than minimum wage. Like, you're going to make your subs watch ads.
Fucking 3 minutes before they even see that stream to see if they even like that streamer. They're just going to leave, like I do. It's just stupid. But it is what it is. That's what the platform is. And it's extremely annoying. And I would actually say that the way Twitch does ads is worse than television ever was. By its very nature, streaming is supposed to be a constant flow of content. You are watching something live. And when it gets interrupted with a 3-minute ad break, it's not just like everything pauses while you watch those ads. You are just now missing 3 minutes of what you tuned in to see. Whereas television...
You know what they should do to make it more entertaining? Like, while I'm doing my rant during a mid-roll, they would just, like, AI have, like, a fast food mascot, like, walk in stream behind me and start doing, like, a dance. That would, like, it would, like, capture your attention. Like, you would still be able to watch what I'm doing, but it'd be very distracting. You know, it'd be like just they have it so it's like it auto just starts showing adverts just behind me. Like a green screen. Like there's just I'm just speaking and then just like an Arby's representative walks in. The Geico gecko just starts crawling on screen. You'd be like, oh my God.
Vision, even when you watch
it would be really annoying after a while, but for the first week, I feel like it'd be funny. If you just had Airac, it'd be like Airac being on stream, but just like edited in.
Like a live sporting event, when the ad break pops up, there's a timeout. There is a break. You don't miss anything. Or if you're watching your favorite...
I'm actively crashing out and they're telling you about the Biggie Bag deal for Wendy's. I'm red-faced, veins are just popping out of my head. And then it's just like there's a flow from Progressive just being like, you know, you can save on insurance just behind me.
Show, and it gets to the big climax, and then there's an ad break. Well, the climax doesn't happen in the fucking background. You don't miss anything. When it comes to streaming, you do. So I think it is much worse, and it is much more intrusive, and it is far more out of control now than it ever was for TV. Because at least with TV, there was like a set amount of commercial breaks. On Twitch, Jesus.
Bro, I can't watch football, bro. Oh my God, it's literally football Sunday. I'm telling you, it's like it's 3 plays and then an ad. I have never been to a football game live, but like any sports game, I'm like, damn, are they taking breaks every like 2 minutes? Because you'll get like 4 minutes of gameplay and it'll just hard cut. And I'm like, what's happening on the field in that time?
Lord knows.
I've always been so curious.
Because streamers control it. And there are a lot of streamers that just do like maximum ad breaks. So it'll be like fucking 7 minutes worth of ads for every hour streamed or significantly more. Like they could be doing 3-minute ad breaks every like 10 minutes. Like there.
And I think I'm going to have a take here that the mid-roll apocalypse on Twitch has changed streaming to be so heavy based on clip farming rather than like long form content creation. Because the goal for those streamers that run mass mid-rolls is to just constantly say things that are like TikTok clippable. So then when you get hit with an ad, you will watch it because you're like, now I'm hooked. I want to see what's next. And then when you come back, they're just doing something entirely different, so you're still just stimulated.
There's no telling how many ads you served when watching a Twitch stream. At least with TV, you knew. There was an expectation, and there was plans around it from the content itself. Again, you didn't miss anything with the ad breaks. With streaming, you do. And it's annoying. And people are really fed up. So I do agree with the take that XQC has said, as well as many others have said, about how ads are literally leading to like the death of streaming, in particular on Twitch, because Twitch is the worst offender for it. YouTube is going down that path with how many ads they're starting to shove down users' throats. Twitch is still in a worse state with it, and I don't see either platform improving in this department. I just think they're going to make it even worse, especially Twitch. Twitch, I feel like, has been treading water for a while. Now they do this bot crackdown.
Who's taking the blame here, though? Like, I understand the platform's like, yeah, responsible for allowing streamers to do that. But it's up to the individual streamer. Same thing with YouTube. I don't like that YouTube jams more mid-rolls. I delete them. I think it would be really bad if Twitch was forcibly making streamers do this amount of ads. But it's like, yeah, you can be mad at Twitch, but I feel like now it's just like somewhat a scapegoat where it's like, oh, sorry, Twitch did this. It's like, no, you're actively putting 22-minute mid-rolls on your stream.
Their numbers plummet for a little bit. I think that maybe scares them a bit about like the potential advertiser.
I think it's like 50-50.
Hit that they might take, where the advertisers are like, oh, Twitch, this is a big drop. Maybe we won't spend as much on Twitch. Maybe it's not worth the budget that we're allocating over there. We're going to cut back on this. Like, and then they're going to go even harder, like pushing their other brand partners to try and like foster that relationship and keep it tight, because they're going to need to, fucking latch onto it. So and that's the biggest problem is Twitch and Twitter. Twitter has it way worse.
They have such a horrible time selling adverts because they have the lowest turnover rates. Like if you sell ads on Twitter, they will like no one will listen or watch or buy any of that stuff. It's just because it's so short form, you're just going to scroll right by it. Even if you watch it, you're never really going to get invested into it. It's just not personable. They're not able to gather enough info on you to help market to you effectively.
I really feel like Twitch's direction with ads has only been getting worse and more intrusive and ruining the experience further and further. YouTube is starting to follow suit because, like I mentioned, they are pumping a ton of ads on streams as well now. Not to Twitch's level yet, but it is there. And I just think that it is horrible for streaming, like in general. Nobody wants to sit through streams like that where it's interrupted by minutes worth of ads for shit nobody wants in the first place. It is what caused TV to go in a bit of a rough patch there because streaming offered a better ad-free service. And I've already seen some spitball solutions here that I think are pretty trash. One of them was, well, you should be paying all the streamers anyway. So if you want to watch content ad-free, well, fork over some clams to the streamer and subscribe to them. What the fuck, Goober? No, that's super stupid. Streaming is free. Like, you are producing content for free. Getting any money back is just cherries on top. Like,
yeah, the general trade-off is that you watch, I mean, that's the argument for the ads, is that when you consume free content, you in turn watch advertisements, and then that's how that individual makes money. And that's why YouTube's such a great platform, but there's a level where it's too much and it's unbearable.
Like, it is a service that is free. And if you now start requiring people to pay money to keep experiencing that service, well, you've got an issue. Because never charge for something that was once free. That is like an age-old saying that remains true. You can find countless examples of that being proven time and time again. Nobody is going to want to pay for something that they were getting for free already. And it is by...
That's why Twitch, because it's printing money, bro. Twitch is always in the red. They don't make money. So it's just incentivizes them to even put more ads because the more annoying they make, the more money you're going to spend to not have to watch those ads. Even if they lose 20, 30% of their viewer base, it's like now they're still profiting way more for the people watching the ads and the people that are like, I can't take this. I'm just going to pay the $6.
By its nature, a free service you're providing to viewers. If they like you so much they want to give you some money, then all power to them. I'm not their dad. They can make their own decisions, and that's great. You know, everyone's happy, whatever. But this is not a solution to Twitch's inundation of ads to the platform. Everyone shouldn't be required to spend money on the streams they want to watch in order to watch it uninterrupted and unimpeded. It sucks. That's silly. Another solution I've seen kicked around is, well, maybe the streamers just need to do a better job of, like, planning their ad breaks, kind of like how TV used to do it. I already don't like where that...
Just run an ad when you take a piss. Why is that not that... Maybe it's because I pee too much. So it's like... Because they want to run an ad every 20 minutes. If I ran mid-rolls, I'd be like, yeah, maybe like 1 an hour. I'll go pee 4 times a stream. Just do that. Even if you ain't got to piss. Walk around. Just don't make content for that 30 seconds.
That's going. We're regressing now to old TV habits, but the idea is streamers, when they're about to run their ad break or when the ad break is coming up, they pause everything and like tell their viewers, all right, here comes ads, go stretch, do that. Take some time if you don't want to watch them, and then we'll come right back after the ads in like 3 minutes or whatever. And I think there are some streamers that have experimented with that. I don't know how well it's been received. And theoretically it makes sense because at least then they're not missing any content. But that's not going to work for every stream. You can't do that for every stream. You can't plan around all of that because these streams aren't planned. Like, I guess you can pause a game, sure. Like, that can kind of work to pause your game that many times for, like, stretch breaks and whatever. But it's not going to work for every stream and every stream.
I think IRL streaming is going to die soon unless people change what they do. Because how many times is going to Walmart going to be the wave? Because a lot of IRL streaming isn't even roughly planned. It's just like, hey, yeah, we're going to go to Walmart today. And they just like walk around. And it's interesting like the first time. And then after that, iShowSpeed, not iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed has a fully planned streaming segment for every day for all of the next month. He's touring the US. FaZe, I think FaZe plans their content better now. I think FaZe before, like 6 months ago, when they did IRL streaming, were more like, you know, free balling it, just riffing. I think now they still riff, but they have like a rough sketch of what they're going to do.
It just wouldn't. There's too
It's just for people to live vicariously through them? Oh, for sure, yeah.
many variables at play with every stream that happens. Also, I think it'd be very unfair to the people that just don't want to run ads in the first place. You can't just pause your stream for the pre-roll ads. You'd never have a stream because everyone is going to get a pre-roll ad when they come to your stream. How the fuck are you going to ensure that they're not missing content with that pre-roll ad? They're going to. You have no...
Yeah, well, I think the way that I see it, last thing I'll say because I keep fucking yapping, is, yeah, they're missing content with a pre-roll. They already missed content, right? There's people that just tuned in right now and they're like, what is Joe talking about? They're confused. They'd be confused whether or not they showed up 30 seconds ago or right now. So in that sense, give them the ad, right? Give the pre-roll ad out to the viewer. But if it's a mid-roll, they know what's going on. They're invested. Then they get hit with an ad. It's annoying. So I think pre-rolls are fine.
Way of stopping that. And I don't think the solution is to require everyone to start running, you know, X amount of minutes of ads per hour. People don't want to do that. Like me, I don't want to do that. It's that simple. So I don't think that's a good solution either. It is a complicated problem. I recognize on Twitch's end, they need to make money off their platform. Otherwise, how the fuck are they going to keep it going? It's very expensive, and the way to do that is through advertising. But their advertising methodology, I think, is just really counterintuitive to what streaming is and has been. And it's just going in a really bad direction that continues to make it worse. Yeah, obviously I don't have all the...
Yeah, bro, but I feel like, I don't know the behind the scenes shit, but I feel like the numbers have been so crazy for them recently that they just don't care. If they loot, like, they're having such high short-term gains, like, I would guarantee you, not guarantee you, I would assume the top 20 Twitch streamers are making them more money than they've ever seen before on this app. And themselves, right? Like, I think... Now, the top 50 Twitch streamers, the 35th guy makes more than the 10th guy from 4 years ago. You know, like, they just make way more. Because they have way more viewers, they have way more ads, they have way more subs.
Answers there, but there's got to be something, because I really...
Kai's running a subathon where a sub adds 3 seconds to the timer. 3 seconds. That is $6. For 3 seconds added to the somebody redeemed dent. Like, that's, like, to put that in perspective, that's a shitload of money. That's like, tens of thousands, almost $100,000 a day just in subs.
I do think as this continues, more and more people are just not going to watch streams when an ad pops up, and it'll probably just turn them off from even clicking on streams in the first place, knowing that they're going to get ads before even going to it. So... there's got to be a solution. There's got to be something to change with that from YouTube and Twitch's end of this inundation of ads. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to yap about it again.
I love that video. W. Charlie. I've gotten about 7 ads at once and just left the damn stream. Nothing you could be streaming is worth 22 minutes of unskippable ads. What do you mean, dude? The Mafia-thon 3. Open stream, 3 minutes of ads, leave. Try another 3 minutes ads, leave. Try one more time, 3 minutes ads, screw this, close the Twitch. There's sometimes, yo, dude, the OG YouTube era. Does anybody remember? Now YouTube will hit you with less ad breaks, but you'll get minute-long ads. Does anybody remember, like, pre-2017 YouTube? The longest ad you would get is like a 30-second unskippable. But it was like getting the bad lucky block pool, you know? It would be like 1 out of 50 would be that, and you would tab out. So you would click it, and, you know, 80% of the time it'd be like a skippable 5-second, 2 skippable 5 seconds, maybe a 15-second ad, you'd sit through it. If it was a 30-second, you'd tab out, click it again, tab out, click it again. And like 80% of the time, it would change the ad to something that was like 5 to 10 seconds. but sometimes you would get unlucky and like the 5th tab in, it would still be 30 seconds. And then you're like going, now you're having like some existential crisis. If that's the right word. Now you're sitting there like, I just spent 30 seconds trying to not get a 30-second ad. I should have just sat through the ad, and then now I would have just already been watching the video.